gonna get her Dr. Pepper, everybody.
And is
are we even alive? Is it real?
This is the fucking Twilight Zone, bitch. But yo, what's up? What's happening? And welcome back to another episode of Chit Chat'z with Chaz, where we are navigating life's ups and downs together as a collective. Y'all already know. And you, of course, you know, it's your girl, Chazny, aka Chaz, aka So Much More 2CK on my Instagram. And y'all gotta go check out the Chit Chat'z with Chaz TikTok, okay? Because it's lightweight popping off over there a little bit. So make sure y'all check that out. But let's get into it, guys. Like I said, thanks for coming back to another episode. And today we are going to be talking about something that we all face, which is uncertainty. But you feel me? I have brought somebody along that is going to help me talk about our experiences. And she actually even really inspired the episode in the first place because, you know, at this moment, even though we're uncertain, I feel like a lot of people are confidently lost. Like, you know, we're just letting life unfold for us millennials, people in their 30s, 30 plus club, you know. And so yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna introduce my best friend, Keyana, aka K for Keeps on Instagram. Come on through.
Yeah, Monet. Thank you.
And Monet, you know, can't forget about my girl. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, I'm shy.
Keyana shy, y'all. So, you know, do with that what you will. But no, for real, thank you for coming on. Definitely something that I think we had to discuss because we talk about it a lot.
We do.
Off camera in our, you know, everyday lives or whatever. And I just felt like a whole bunch of people could relate. Yeah. So, hold on. So, as you know, before we get it started, we're going to start off with a little quote of the day. You feel me? To address what it is that we're talking about. So, the quote of the day comes from a anonymous. I don't know who said this, but I loved it.
Oh, from our trip.
Yes, from our trip. It says, "Not all those who wander are lost." Clock it. So yeah, with that being said, what is being confidently lost mean to you?
Oh Lord, honey. Let me think for a second. I wasn't prepared for that question. So it's going to be short because I have to think. If you want me to elaborate, I have to think about it.
Okay.
But
for sure.
But I think, like, off the top of my head, confidently lost means that you're not waking up every day feeling down about whatever you're going through. You're still waking up confident. You're still waking up happy. You're still doing your routine. You're getting ready. You're feeling good. You aren't walking around feeling like, oh, I'm less than because I don't know what my next move is, or, oh, I don't really know what my 100% purpose in life is. But I also feel like you're confident that, like, you have a certain purpose. You might have multiple purposes, which is why you're not so, like, set on what you should be doing. Yeah. But yeah, like, you're waking up and you're still having the best days. You're just going through your days not knowing exactly what you're doing, but you're happy to not know. You're excited to not know, and you're still happy at the end of the day when you go to sleep and you lay down, and you're still smiling and still bringing a purpose to your day. You just don't know exactly, like, you're not going to work and being like, okay, today I'm a therapist, or right, or I'm not a police officer, my bad, but today I'm a nurse or whatever. It's like, okay, well, I'm me, and, like, it's just waking up in your own skin, being like, oh, okay, like, I'm not sure what I'm doing today or tomorrow, but I feel good about not knowing. Right. I'm excited to not know.
Right. And I think also, because I've experienced this over the past, I guess, year plus of just kind of being like uncertain about where things are going. But I think also too with that excitedness, I feel like when you take certain steps towards like, even if it's not like your purpose, but a passion, a hobby, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like opportunities kind of start to pop up.
Yeah.
And yeah, life just starts to unfold.
I think that's part of it too. It's like, it's a lot of pressure today to feel like you need to know what your career is supposed to be. You need to know, like, that's who you are, is your career. Yes. And it's like, for me, it's never been that. It's always been like, no, I've always, well, now in my adulthood, it's like, no, I'm trying to figure out who I am. Like, yeah, as a woman, period. Like, what are my passions? I have so many passions, but it's like, okay, which one can I dedicate time to today or this week or whatever? And instead of feeling pressure because of society judging, because it's like, well, what's your career? Because why are you in my pockets?
Okay, period.
I'm able, like, it's like being confidently lost is you being able to figure out who you are as a person. And there's not a lot of pressure on what you need to be doing to make money or whatever. You are not even surviving, you're living.
For sure.
You're fine. For sure. But like, yeah, like that's my thing, because it's like, oh, like I feel like we spent our 20, I don't identify. I feel like we spent most of our lives like just working and, having fun or whatever. But like at the same time, it's like, what passions have you really like dove into? Yeah. And like now it's like, well, I might want to take some belly dancing classes for fun or whatever. And like,
girl, I'm still gonna get into to fencing.
Yeah,
like, but that's still part. One of my things.
That's the part of being confidently lost. Like, yeah, like work, career is always going to be there. So many people are starting over at whatever stages of life or whatever, but confidently lost is like, okay, well, I get to find me. Like, I don't have to, it doesn't have to just be like, oh, what am I doing to appeal to other people, to be important to other people or whatever, or to be interesting to other people. Well, interesting doesn't mean your career, but like, yeah, like to, what is it, to like make other people feel comfortable. Like, what am I doing for me?
Yeah, for sure. And I think too, over the time that I haven't had like a traditional job, like it's definitely been realizing that, yeah, like my job does not defy my worth or my value. Like me having a job or a lack thereof, like does not really take away or define me as a person. So yeah, I love that for us. So as you were saying, like growing up, we pictured our lives somewhere else, somewhere else by certain ages and stuff like that. And I know that society does put that pressure on us. And I feel like the millennials are really feeling it right now in like a whole bunch of different aspects. But how do you feel like societal pressures have impacted your journey?
I don't think I felt it until last year, to be honest. I think because I've woken up and like I like the industry I'm working in, and I go to work. I tell a lot of people I'm blessed because I go to work and I don't have a lot of complaints about what I do. Yeah. I know I and my team are making a difference in other people's lives, and we're connecting with people. But it did hit me last year when, the talk of like retirement came up where I work at, and like them kind of saying like, you are the perfect person to take over the business and blah, 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 blah. And it was like, off rip, it was like, oh yeah, let me take over. Like, let me buy it. Let me do this. But then like, I didn't really take the time to sit back and say like, but is it in my heart to really like do this, to be this type of business owner? Like, yeah, if I want freedom and want to be able to travel, do I really want to dedicate the next 2-3+ years to being here and no offense, but feeling a little stuck in, like something that I am not sure of. And yeah, that was the first time where it was like, oh, of course I want to do it. It sounds good. Because I'm like, oh yeah, when you talk to people, it's like, what do you do? Oh, I own a business. Sounds good, but a lot of these business owners are not happy. They're not happy at all, and they don't know how to take time off. And it's just like that was probably like where I was like, I got to think about next steps.
Yeah.
Or what do I actually want?
And something that actually I seen on the TikTok, basically like to get certain things done, you have to have like systems that replace, you feel me, the burnout. And I feel like people don't necessarily take the time out to really like understand that before they get it, like buy a business or become a business owner. Because there is like a mindset shift that you have to have. And you can end up being like, oh yeah, I got a business, blah blah blah, but like you're there 26, 8, 9, whatever the fuck, all the time, and you've taken on way more than you did as an employee. And instead of being able to, you feel me, resign, or you feel me, have those kind of options, like you don't have that choice. Like,
or
you
imagine
have to,
being sick.
Right.
And it's like you can't afford to be sick.
Right.
Like that. And then I think you were saying like you're there 25 or 26, 8, and it's like you have to know who you are to be like, I'm willing to grind that way.
Correct.
And if you're not that type of person, it is okay. Like I think that like when it's presented, like I feel like when I brought it up to some people in my lives, they're like, yeah, but that's a sacrifice. You got to do that. Like that's what you do. And it's like, but I'm sorry. I want my soft life. Like, and I think I can have that. And I don't, when I think about, working 25 or 26, 8, that doesn't bring me joy. To think like, oh, my friend is graduating, I can't go because I have to be here. My friend is having a baby shower, I can't go because I have to be here. And yeah, people think like, oh, you're your own boss, but depending on the industry you're in, that's not true. I mean, you that is true, but that doesn't mean you get to up and go on vacation. So
it does not.
That scares me. Or not scares me, it's just I don't think that's in my heart to do. And I feel like some people will hear that and be like, oh, you don't want to work that hard. I don't. I've had a job since I was 14.
I'm telling you, I've been working since I was fucking 14. Nigga, freshman, high school. Like, you feel me?
I would like to have time to live. We've watched our parents not have time.
Grandparents.
I'm sorry, and we're living in the industry or the time where it's like we can find a way to live and work hard. I've been a hard worker, honey. I've had a job forever.
Right, definitely been and that's why that's something that has helped me kind of like not be down on myself for not having like traditional work. So I'm like, bro, I've been working since I was 14 and I've been working. Like, I'm a hard worker. Like, when the task is there, like I execute. So
exactly.
I think it's time I get a little leeway. Like, I think it's a choice. Time for things to unfold.
If there's people that want to work 26/8, do that.
Right.
There's people that don't.
Right. And you gotta respect it's all where people is at. Yeah, whatever. Do what's best for you, boo. So it seems like a lot of people find themselves comparing like their life path to other people. And we got the social media and everything. How do you navigate not comparing your path with other people and continuing to be confident in being lost?
I stopped comparing once I was presented that option and I had to sit down with myself. And I had two mentors. I had one that was helping me just, business wise, and I ended up finding another one who helped me go inward a little more. And she was like, what's your why? And I think I stopped comparing once I was like, well, one, everywhere I've worked at, everyone has always saw like the business in me and like trusted me to basically run it for them. Or the owner, I've always worked with owners. They've always been like, I trust you, do your thing. This was like the first time where the owner was like, I would love to be your employee. Like, so I think I stopped.
Not me thinking I had something to drink and I don't.
But yeah, not it was like more so like when I was presented the idea years ago. Then once it started getting a little more real, I was like, oh, okay, I don't need to compare myself to nobody, because I've worked with plenty of business owners that see that you're going to be your own boss, or you're going to be somewhere where you're going to be just just fine. Like, and I think that that's when I started to sit back. And also I just know like social media not real.
Yeah.
And girl, because I had to go through that where it's like, okay, I had to go through the whole mindset thing where it's like, what is my real why? Because the original why was because it sounds good, it looks good. I want to be my own boss because I don't like people telling me what to do.
Right.
But aside from that, it's like, okay, well, everything we've seen on people are showing us the best that they want to show us. Like,
for sure,
nobody's showing us, like the option of taking over a business, and even, like them negotiating and all these and going through all this stuff where you're like, now I got to tap inward because I don't really know if this is really in my heart for real of things to do. And that's what made me be like, I don't need to compare myself to nobody, because I know that there's enough people around that see a lot in me, but now I see it and I trust me because I'm able to not make the wrong decision based off what everybody else probably thinks I should do.
Clock it, bitch, clock it.
I want to clock it too.
I know.
Clock it, girl.
Clock it, Monet, period. Because like, I feel like I don't necessarily have an issue when it comes to like comparison, just because of the same thing. Like, I just know that so much stuff is kind of like fake on social media, or like you said, it's just the image that people are wanting to portray. I feel like there is some like authenticity and stuff out there, and people that you can like gravitate to. But like, even like a lot of my favorite like YouTubers and people that I was finding kind of like inspirational, like on this like content creation journey, my podcast journey, whatever. I be having to find myself though, like taking my own time out. Like, I can take time to watch videos, see what they saying, take the tips, or whatever have you. But at the same time, sometimes like that shit just get a little too much.
Yeah, you get wrapped up in everybody else's little orbit, and it's like you don't necessarily understand if you are resonating with it or you're just like entertaining it.
Right.
You're just watching it to escape whatever you're doing.
Exactly. So yeah, like sometimes I do find myself doing that, like taking a little break so I can get more like, why do I want to do this? What makes me different? Or what is my audience going to be drawn to? What can I do for my audience or whatever? So I definitely resonate with that lately. What are some strategies or practices, in your opinion, that people can take on to get their confident lost journey?
Oh Lord. Okay. It's gonna sound part of it is gonna sound very like repetitive. Everyone's heard like workout, journal, everything. But I am gonna say, because I took a page out of how men operate a little bit, and it's gonna sound a little shallow, but be selfish. And I say be selfish in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, whatever makes you happy. If waking up, working out, showering, put on your good music and getting yourself together, doing your hair and makeup makes you feel good, do that every day. Listen to Chaz's podcast and listen to things that make you feel good, music playlists that make you feel good. Like, just get a little selfish. And when I say it, it's not like in a narcissistic way, but like, it's okay to really focus on you, you know, as much as you need to until you at a place where you feel confident enough to be able to go and like help other people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like the lady, my employer, not my boss. Nobody the boss of me. We've been talking about it, and you know, she's learning how to be a little more selfish. She has a whole husband that she rather focus on than herself, and she rather focus on giving care to other people, and it's easier for her. But it's like she's learning how to have that time to herself, and you know, she's facing retirement. She's terrified because she doesn't know who she is outside of what she does. So I just say like my strategies have been, yeah, like really like choosing when I'm gonna socialize, not just out of obligation because I feel like I'm supposed to be there, but like it
or FOMO.
Exactly, FOMO. But like waking up and being like, I kind of want to have a day at home or a lazy day, or I want to hang out with my mom today, or you know, like I want to just have a me day and be off grid. And it's helped a lot because a lot of the time I found that like I'm out with everybody, but I I lightweight just want to be at home. Like I want to leave. And so, yeah, my strategies are just, I guess, like wake up and do what makes you feel good for real, like you personally, not what, and you know, like don't look at your phone, like first 10, 15, whatever, however long in the day, but like really just do what makes you feel good every day. Have rituals that make you feel good, nighttime routines, brush your hair and tell yourself you're pretty or you're smart, read the fiction or nonfiction books, whatever, you know.
Right.
Unplug for sure.
Definitely unplug. Yeah. I say, man,
yours is dancing.
it is dancing is one for sure. Little outlet. But shoot, I honestly having faith. And you don't have to be like a religious, spiritual person, but I think what really helps you be confidently lost is having faith that you're gonna get to your goals or there is something, you know, better in life after whatever you're going through.
Oh, not to interrupt you. I think also like finding one good thing that happened, like you know, reflection, like finding like one good thing that happened in the day, like reflecting on the day and being like, you know, like somebody complimented on you on your energy or whatever the case is, like knowing like that, I feel like it equals or it kind of goes with the faith part because it kind of aligns you with, okay, well today wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, and like being grateful, like having gratitude or whatever from like being where you are now and coming as far as you have, because you know, if you think about it, maybe you was where you was last year, but for sure not 5 years ago.
And that could be mentally, financially, spiritually, like and I think that's something that has helped me a lot because I think like financially I'm better, but I mean, you know, all that's subject to change in today's world, but like,
and it's all subjective.
Yeah, but like mentally I feel so much better than I did last year, than the year before. It's so many parts of my life where I'm tapping into where I'm like, oh, this is why I'm confidently lost, because I'm trusting myself more.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I feel the same way. Definitely had a lot of time for self-reflection and just like, yeah, seeing shit for what it is and yeah, taking that time out. Well, I live alone, me and my dog, so like I have no choice
And me
but
part-time.
I have no choice like but to practice kind of being selfish.
Solitude, yeah.
Like, yeah, in solitude, but yeah, being selfish, like especially since I have my own places, like shit, sometimes I don't be fucking wanting to leave. So for real, I don't. Sometimes I rather just be at home. And you know, that helps a lot. So since we just went over some strategies and practices, what's some more advice that you would give millennials in our age bracket, or even somebody younger who is like just having struggles with being lost?
I think my number one advice would be to embrace solitude and like go MIA for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like obviously check in with like the few people that you need to check in with so that they know what's going on. Like maybe you just tell them like I'm just on, this journey right now. And check in every now and then, like every couple of days with them, like brief whatever. Or if they check in with you, check back. But I would say to embrace solitude because I feel like anytime you're going through stuff naturally, like you want to go and be around people to distract you from your inner thoughts and like really like yeah, like the solitude is to really get real with yourself and to hear the thoughts that you're thinking and then interview them. And I had talked to my employer one time and I was telling her how I was journaling and I was lying and I wasn't lying in my journal, but I wasn't being 100% like raw. And it was like and I sat there while I was writing. I'm like, why am I scared to be real with my journal? It's just me and the journal. And it was just those like, subconscious beliefs or whatever. So it's like, yeah, like I would say embrace solitude, get excited about it, like really go and spend time with yourself any type of way or whatever, but just like hear those thoughts and interview them and then reassure yourself that whatever the negative ones are not true. And so my you said strategy, right?
Advice.
Whatever. Where are we at? My advice my advice is like, yeah, I think my number one advice is to learn how to sit alone and like really be there for yourself. And then if once you do that, start talking to the people that you trust or like, but a lot of the time we go to people with what we think we should do, what we think we want to do, and we're looking for answers outside of ourselves. And I think what I've learned is like I really do trust myself more now to give me the answers. And if I need an opinion, I know who I can go to, but like it's got to come from me. I have to be top gun, like, because it's only you and you at the end of the day.
Facts.
So, yeah, my advice would be to learn how to interview yourself.
Yeah, I'm piggybacking off of that because that was something that's really has helped me and continue to help me. Like, because I was thinking meditation only because a lot of the time I do like zone out and like sit with myself and my thoughts. And I mean that could be a form of meditation, to some people. You don't you don't always have to have the music or whatever, but definitely you need that time to self-reflect. You need that time to have those conversations in your head. And even if whether you journal them, write them down, whether you talk to yourself, we don't give a fuck. All geniuses talk to themselves.
I do it every day, all day.
All the geniuses talk to themselves. So, even if you or have a conversation with God, you feel me, get your frustrations, your thoughts, whatever, like just have that time to sit with those things and really figure shit out, like puzzle pieces. You feel me? It might be some trauma right here that connect with this over here, that do this over here and this over here, but we got to make it into our complete life piece. But you have to have those conversations. Like I said, I be zoning out sometimes and I just ask myself questions about my goals. And even when I'm frustrated with myself and feel like I haven't had such a productive week or productive day or something like that, like in my head I'm like, bitch, we got to get it together. Like, bitch, what is we finna do? Like, and I might respond back like, damn, you feel me, I don't even know where shit, let me go write in my planner, like, and that'll kind of spark something. You feel me? But it is about having those conversations. It is about taking that time out with yourself and checking in with yourself. And yes, check in if you have a support. If you know you got a solid support system, use it. use it.
I do
because it will help,
I do think but the support system, obviously, yes, all the time. But the checking in with yourself part is what a lot of people today don't do.
Yeah.
People will spend time alone, but they'll still distract themselves,
Yeah.
And I think
I
that
do that shit all the time. Scrolling.
Exactly, scrolling,
Social media,
even just and music,
TV.
but to sit 5 minutes in silence is hard for a lot of people. And that's where
Very
journaling
true.
comes in. You ain't got to journal for 5 minutes, but journal and sit, or read through your journal. I'll go through old journal prompts or
old ass passages,
old ones, and I'll be and I'll see where I was, and then I'll sit there and I'm like, well, I've overcome that, and it's just or I'll go back into my journal. I'll write to the self that wrote that day. I'll write a response and put the date.
I like that
because it helps me to be I really do have my back. And I think that when you're confidently lost, the confident part is coming from looking back at where you were yesterday, the day before, and really being okay, well, today I did better, or okay, well, I'm gonna plan tomorrow. Tomorrow, my goal, or I don't like goals. I don't like that word. What I would like to accomplish tomorrow, or what I'm gonna put this on the list for the week, whatever. But I think spending that time alone, and yes, talking out loud is top tier. It don't mean you're crazy.
No.
But yeah, having those conversations out loud so you can really hear your own voice too. And it helps. Sometimes you don't want to write. Sometimes you just want to talk. It don't mean you want to talk to somebody. You take a drive and have that conversation with yourself.
Hell yeah.
And you be like, damn, girl, why are you tripping over this today?
Why am I tripping over this today?
What else can you do? What can you do about it?
Yep. What else? What else? What else?
What do you want to do about it?
Girl, I'm telling you, it's like 10 people up here, you feel me? And sometimes it be 70-30 on certain situations, and we gotta duke it out. We gotta battle it out. We gotta come to the meeting of the minds.
Yeah, be like, well, you did the same thing last time, so how about you do something new today?
How about it? Let's try that.
All right.
Let's
do it. Bye.
Talk
to you later.
Talk to you later, guys. All right, girl. Well, lastly, we're gonna get to the last question because we're gonna play a game.
Oh Lord, okay.
Yeah. But lastly, what does it mean to be confidently lost in today's world?
It means you're gonna be judged.
You slip that shit out there, bitch. Keep it real.
It means
you're going to be judged.
And I mean it from outside and inside. You're gonna judge yourself.
Yes. And
then outside people are gonna judge you too. It's gonna be friends, family, whoever that maybe have their lives a little more figured out. They're gonna judge you silently, but they still love you.
Right. But, facts.
And you're gonna judge yourself because you're gonna be like, I had it all figured out, but to be honest, we got to keep it real. When COVID happened, and then we blinked and it's 2025. So I feel like a lot of us are playing a little bit of catch up, and so it means that. Repeat the question. In today's world, it means you're going to spend a very long time getting to know yourself on the most realist level, depending on, I don't want to say the age, but where you are, how real you are. You're going to spend a lot of alone time. You're going to spend a lot of time rebuilding your inner world, and you're not going to see the benefits of it for a while, but you have to be honest about that with yourself. But
you gotta have the faith.
But the confident part is the important part. The confidently lost part is the inner world being rebuilt, because you're gonna have that, and then you're gonna be like, I can do anything I want.
Cause I said so, bitch. The fuck?
Because I took the time to really sit back and rebuild inside. So yeah, I mean, I think it's that. You might be a little broke. Who knows? Actually, no, you're not. You're gonna get creative. That's what it means today. And in today's world, there's so many ways to make money.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get good with money. You're gonna get smart with money. Um, Once you have a good cushion, you're gonna be like, all right, cool. I can move this way because I have, even if you don't have a cushion, but like,
Yeah.
you gonna feel okay day to day. It's like I'm good. I know I'm good.
Yeah.
You're gonna get very smart with money. You're gonna learn who actually is your tribe.
Yes.
You're gonna learn yeah, it's I don't know, it's a lot.
It is a lot. Especially in today, 2025, P. Diddy trial, Trump is president world that we living in.
Are we even alive? Is it real?
This is the fucking Twilight Zone, bitch. But I think being confidently lost in today's world is just a culmination of everything we just fucking talked about, basically, and just being unapologetically yourself and doing what makes you happy and living your best fucking life. Like, I think that's what that is in today. Because, like you said, like it's a whole bunch of money out here. So you feel me? If you lacking in material wealth, you know what I'm saying? Material assets, there are always ways that you can make that monetize off something, or you know what I'm saying, whatever.
On top of that, don't lose your thought. On top of that,
I'll be smoking.
Please, material things.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Okay.
Because I want to say, like, when you say like the material shit, confidently lost is not about materialistic things. It's about being confident in the moves you're making, and no like material possession can replace the time you take to actually sit back and like go inward and be like true to yourself and know who you are. And I think today's world is very much materialistic. We want to see what house you live in, what color is your refrigerator, what car are you driving, all these things. But it's like we losing. We that's why no one's in relationships. We losing relationships, connections, because you don't want to date him because he drives a 2020 Honda.
I'm weak.
And not a
that's a nice car.
And not a Tesla or whatever. Like, sorry, not a Tesla, y'all.
Yeah, look, I'm like, we ain't even.
But like it's things like that. Like people are like, oh, they pocket watching instead of like looking to see if you even connected to yourself. So
for sure.
So, I'm sorry,
but yeah, but that's why, that's why I specified and said material wealth, material assets, because like you said, it is about more than that. And yeah, I think being confidently lost in today's world, people like we want that. Because don't get me wrong, I want it.
We want luxurious things. We want the luxury.
Yes. But however, I know that because of this journey that I'm on and the experiences that I've had and my thought process now, I may not be there with the material generational wealth, like a lot of material assets, but like I feel dumbass rich in hella other places or areas of my life. Like,
so you'll always wake up feeling good because of that.
Like, and
that can't be taken away from you.
No, and cannot and ain't. Because I do wake up and have like senses of gratitude, like on a regular, maybe not every day, just to keep it real, but for the most part, when I wake up, in my one bedroom, just me, my dog in her crate. She ain't messing with me. Oh, sorry, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry. So sorry. But yeah, you feel me? My dog's in the crate, like, and I'm just, but I know she's there, and my home's here, and everything that I need pretty much is here. Like, everybody that I love for real is here on the earth. They cool, they doing good. Like, I'm grateful. Like, I'm grateful. Today's gonna be a good day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that's what it is in today's world. Just being unapologetically you, having gratitude, having faith, and
learning who you are.
Yeah, learning who you are, and really becoming the best version of yourself, pretty much.
I think it's like you said, like, confidently lost is taking the time, having the time, either willingly or unwillingly, to have that time to go inward and to build and get to know you, so that you're walking around and you get to spread more positivity to people that need it, instead of walk around and be bitter and weird like a lot of people with a lot of money and the best careers hate their jobs. Like,
hate their
lives.
Hate their lives.
Bye. I don't want to be like you.
Move
around.
Like, sometimes I do get stressed when money gets a little tight. But that's also another mindset thing too, with just abundance and cash flow, money flow, which could really be another episode. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but I just want to say, like, you feel me? I had to change my mindset a little bit, because I find myself trying to hold on to money really tight, because it's like, I feel like I don't really have a lot, so I'm trying to hold on to what I have. But it's been hella instances where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I need to prioritize this, or fucking, I'm gonna just go ahead and pay for that, or whatever have you. And literally, like, the same day, next day, a couple of days later, money's rolling in. So,
to piggyback off that, and to tie it into Confidently Lost, it was like, I learned, for me, it was like, when it comes to like money, I don't spend what I shouldn't. I don't loan what I need back. And
that's important.
Me and my employer were talking about that, and she was like, I think that, and she's in her 70s. She's like, that's so wise. And I'm like, it's common sense to me though. But I had time to sit back and be like, well, if somebody comes and say I need $5,000, it's like, oh baby, I'm gonna need you to sign a little contract. I'm getting it back with interest right here. But if it's like, can I get a 100 here? I'm not asking for it back. That I don't. It's like, I'm confident in where. Never mind. We're not gonna talk about finances, but just like knowing that, like, I don't do certain things I shouldn't do because I spent time understanding what I shouldn't do. I'm still working through some things because I'm still a little dummy in some areas, but we're working on it and we're getting way better. But yeah, it's just like, things like that. Like, and for you, when it's like money, spending certain money, it's like, you got to be confident that, like, that needs to get paid.
Yeah. Yep.
Give it up.
And be grateful to do it.
To have it, to give it.
Clock it. Yeah. All right, y'all. So before we wrap it up, you already know I like to play games. Not really. I don't really play games. Black Unicorn, I ain't playing no games. But I do when I have guests, I like to play games. So we're gonna play a game called Lost and Found, since we're talking about being confidently lost. So in the game, I'll bring up some scenarios. I'm only gonna do a few. And so in the scenario, first you'll share something where you felt lost, and then you'll share how you were found in the situation. So
okay.
All right. So think back to a time in your career where you felt lost and you were uncertain, but something positive that emerged from the situation.
Well, the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is when I was managing a barber shop in the city, and I quit like 2 times.
Damn.
First time was the real like, nah, can't do it. First time was like peeping how the owner, she was a barber and like the owner working there, and she was just like not respecting her staff. She was just rude to be like simple. And I peeped it, and she felt my energy for whatever reason. People always feel my energy when it's off, and she felt my energy because I was like, honey, you're not talking to me crazy. And it was a time she walked up to me and she was like, yeah, when I finish this head, me and you should have a conversation. And I looked at her,
Okay,
I said, and we should. And she looked at me crazy, like, oh, surprised, because no one probably talked back. I was like, all right.
girl.
We went upstairs, we had a conversation, went back, and she was like, you can start. I said, you can start. We went back and forth. I said, okay, fine, I'll start. I said, I don't respect how you talk to your staff. I don't respect that you don't appreciate your staff. And it doesn't make me proud to be a part of this environment. Yeah. I said, you have a really good staff, you have a really good team, and you don't appreciate them. And I don't want to be a part of anybody that don't appreciate what everyone is doing.
Period.
And so like she was like, no one's ever talked to me like that. And I said, well, hello.
Okay. Yeah.
And she was like, well, she was like, you're not gonna quit, right? I said, and I am. And she was like, no, I don't want you to quit. I said, well, I'm not proud to be here. So I quit. Came back.
Like, you came back.
She missed me too, whatever. Yeah. So, but like it did, but I learned, like, it taught her a lesson. She appreciated her staff from there on out, like, for the most part. I mean, until after I left, I don't know. Yeah. But she did appreciate her staff a lot more. And it was an eye opener because it was like, for me, I lost a job, I lost money or whatever, but I gained so much confidence in knowing, like, no job, career, whatever is ever going to define who I am.
And ain't and don't.
And it made me be like, oh, okay, if I'm not proud here, that means if I'm not proud in any environment, I don't have to be there, because I want to be proud about what I claim, like where I'm working, who I'm working with, who I'm working for. But so like that was it. And then like so I lost money.
And what did you find?
I found confidence.
Yeah, we love that. We love that for you. You better clock that T, because ain't nobody talking to us crazy, girl. Oh, girl, that take me back to that memory at Jeremy's, girl, when I had to, you feel me, because somebody was, you feel me. So I understand having to clock that T, you feel me, check somebody when they doing the most at the workplace.
What I also found was, like, this wasn't the first time, but I've also found that, like, when you're working somewhere, that's why saving up a good amount of money is like very important, because you never know when you're gonna have to check somebody and dip.
Yeah.
And check them respectfully, because the way I checked her, it was like, she can't slander my name. If there was any other industry people that I wanted to work with or whatever, I told her about herself and what I've observed and what other people would say the same about.
Yeah.
So like my thing was like, you have to make sure you have a cushion, so that when you need to, like, speak your mind, you speak your mind respectfully, and you go, unless they respect you. Luckily, she respected me enough to be like, because no one talked to her like that. And it's like, well, that's what you missing.
Yeah.
Because they all want to say it.
You. Yeah.
They all wanted to say a lot.
Yeah, my situation, we ain't gonna go there because it wasn't respectful, but it was deserved, so I don't give a fuck. On to the next, okay? So describe a time when you felt lost in your goals or ambitions, and what unexpected opportunity came from that feeling.
My goals and ambitions.
I feel like what's been happening currently is that, because you did gain a new person in your life.
Who's a new person?
Your mentor.
Oh, for sure. Sorry, y'all. Forgot about her. That's true. So my goal, I don't think I never knew my goal or ambition had anything to do with being my own boss. I just knew that like I either need to work very like close with the boss, like I need to work very closely with the person in charge. Otherwise I have to work my way up to be able to do this with them because I'm not just an employee. Like I am somebody of importance and I do have a voice. But I think yeah, like the whole having another owner, look at me like I would like to work for you, and not seeing that in myself at the same time. Like I was like, I didn't see how good my work ethics were. Like, and having her just come to me and ask me all these questions about her establishment, it's like, girl, I don't know. I don't
just work here.
But like she like, like you basically run it. Like
yeah,
and
you do.
So I think that like, yeah, it gave me confidence in knowing that like I can do whatever I want to do. It doesn't have to be what someone thinks I should do though. It doesn't have to be just because it's a good opportunity to do it and everyone will be like, oh, it's a good opportunity. But like if it's not for me, it's not for me. But it did give me confidence. So I found confidence again in knowing that like outside saw more in me than I did. And then finally I'm stepping up to say, oh, I see it too. So I can walk around a little more proud, like, yep, I'm confidently lost, don't know what I'm doing right now, but I know wherever I'm gonna land, I'm gonna plant a lot of good seeds.
And I'll just say what I see from this, from the outside looking in. Like, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I should start, run the business or whatever. And then, you were taking the steps and things like that. And then you were seeing, you feel me, like people that they were associated with business wise. You found your own, you feel me, mentor and things like that. And it was like even though you were going through the motions of it and stuff, and then kind of came out like, this isn't necessarily what I want for myself. Like maybe like, I mean, again, everything is subjective. So you feel me? People could look at that as a loss, but at the same time, like you gained your new mentor who had you seeing stuff and you feel me, not
a whole different perspective,
and shifting your mindset.
She was but it is, I mean, we won't get into it, but it's opening up a different venture, a potential venture from where I'm working right now. So subject, like to change, but like it opened up a different idea of taking over a portion of doing something, and I'm okay with that because my employer is invested in me, and also like we have grown to have a good relationship to where we're very like just making sure we both okay.
Yeah, checking in.
Yeah.
I like that. So finally, go ahead and share a lighthearted or like funny moment. This could have been like a travel mishap or something of that nature, and how it turned into a memorable experience.
Sorry, y'all. Honestly, I mean, off the top of my head, one that is funny to me is when I was invited to a really nice fine dining experience on a Wednesday.
There was.
Most people work Monday through Friday. I work Tuesday through Saturday, but a Wednesday is my Tuesday, right? So I'm like, how am I gonna get out of working on Wednesday? And so I'm like, I'm just like, oh no, my period started. I don't have anything. I'm not prepared for it. And they're trying to offer me these like just things for cramps and stuff. And I'm like, I need to go home. I have nothing.
I have nothing.
And we
murder scene. I have to go.
Right. I'm trying to put on thick, like, oh no. Like, and we had to be there by like a certain time. So I need to go. Anyway, I leave, whatever. We get there in time. They're calling me with questions at work because they're lost without me. And so I'm going to the bathroom and I'm on the phone with them for a long time, but trying to act like I'm not in the bathroom, like I'm in bed or whatever. And then I get off or whatever, have a good little experience, but I have to be at work the next day. So I just played it off like, oh, my period's still hurting, but I'll be there late. So I get there like, 12 or something. Yeah, I get there late. And they don't know because I don't tell people about like what's going on in my personal life. They don't know everything. So anyway, I lost my loss was money. My gain was experience. And instead of it taught me to not worry so much about always making the money as long as you have your cushion or you just save in or whatever, because experiences are important too, whether it's like dining or a graduation or family, whatever. Like sometimes you got to miss out and lose money to gain like that experience with people you care about.
For sure. And I feel like that'd be a lot of people's like biggest regret too. That they didn't get to experience enough. They didn't get to travel enough. They didn't get to spend enough time with their kids. Like
they worked too much. They were too focused on like money and like, we got to pay bills, but like if you just do the numbers, you can afford to miss out on a couple hours or a day.
Yeah, for sure. I love that, y'all. So thank you so much for coming by.
Elvira says you're welcome.
Thank you, Elvira. You feel me? Because
they're probably not old enough to know who she is, but anyway.
Like, get into it. Google search Elvira.
Come on, Mistress of the Darkness.
But I do really appreciate you, friend, for coming on. Because it's a couple episodes I've been trying to do, and I don't know. I've been trying to have other guests, and people have been lightweight catting, and I don't know what that's about. No tea, no shade.
They're probably shy like me.
Maybe, but we wouldn't even knew today. Nobody would have even knew that you were shy at all. So I thank you and really appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoyed her like I always do.
She enjoys me a lot outside of the scenes or the camera.
Whatever. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chit Chat'z with Chaz. We really hope you guys got something from this. If you are lost, you feel me? I hope you got some confidence. You feel me? I hope you gained some tips, some strategies, you feel me, to help you be confidently lost and just kind of go with the flow, see how your journey unfolds, get to your highest self, all that good shit. But until next time, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, share it with somebody. If somebody else is feeling lost and they need to turn that shit around, you feel me? 180, 360, I don't know, bitch. Whatever makes you happy. Do that, send it to them. And also make sure y'all subscribe. You feel me? I need my subscribers up. We need the, you feel me, podcast.
And she's worth watching. Period.
Clock it. You feel me? So
and Monet, you can see a dog.
who is knocked the fuck out right now, as we can see.
Say bye, Monet.
I'm weak. Bye, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next Chit Chat.